right. A very cold start to this week, but it's also been dry and really nice out there.
It has been, and those drier, clearer skies make for some incredible sunset views. Just take a moment, turn your attention to the screen, because this is a sight to behold. Look at that. Looks a bit like a watercolor painting. The yellows, oranges, and reds lighting up the sky out towards Seaside earlier this evening, and we could potentially see more sights like this in the coming days as those dry skies remain. Beautiful live look across our area right now as all is calm, quiet, and starting to clear out with 43 degrees is where we reside, right in the heart of Portland. As those temperatures begin to cool with those mostly clear conditions, low 40s for much of the I-5 corridor, upper 30s Ridgefield, mid 30s for us out towards Hood River and the coast, enjoying those subtle mid 40s. As those skies are opening up, no rain is in sight for us. That is perfect timing for, unfortunately, maybe taking down the holiday lights. Tomorrow, Wednesday, that's the perfect time to do it if it's not too soon for you, but at least the weather, it will be cooperating outdoors for you. If you want to celebrate the holiday season just a little bit longer, extend it through Wednesday with Peacock Lane. Dry conditions, perfect for the light looking as those temperatures, they'll be on the chilly side, so make sure you are dressed in layers. This dry trend, it's a welcome sight, especially after how wet the month of December has been. Over 8.5 inches of moisture piling up out towards PDX. So regardless, the end of the month with several more days still ahead of us, we will be breaking the average precipitation for this month, already sitting at about 3¼ inch. That's where our average is right around 5.5 inches. So we will surpass that as tonight brings us a mix of the clear and cloudy conditions, temperatures falling back into the 30s as this ridge of high pressure is the culprit for the lack of cloud coverage, removing that blanket for some chilly nights ahead as multiple low pressure systems develop out over the Pacific. Now they kind of all come together right as the new year begins. So 2026 ending, or I should say starting on a bit of a rainier note for us as those temperatures are still going to be on the stable side. So what we saw today, very similar to what is in store for our Tuesday with those winds out the east, anywhere from about 3 to 6 miles per hour. Expecting to see a few patchy fog spots start to develop early Wednesday morning. That means frosty conditions as well as the cloud coverage quickly races back overhead, staying on the dry side for the end of 2025. And you'll notice our rain gauges, a lot of zeros here over the next 48 hours. So we are done with the moisture for the month of December. Unfortunately, that also means a lack in the snow department. Snow elevation levels retreat back up to about 7,000 feet. Timberline Lodge looking mighty fine with that fresh layer of snow, seeing 2 inches over the past 24 hours. But both the base layer out towards Meadows and also Timberline Lodge hovering right around 27 inches. That is a welcome sight. All right, tonight's lows, yeah, definitely on the cooler side, falling back into the mid 30s, below freezing out towards Canby. Newburgh, much of wine country, dipping back into that sub-freezing territory. So a frosty start to the day, a very real potential. If your vehicle is exposed to the great outdoors, give yourself an extra minute or two if you race out the door right around sunrise to do a quick run by with the ice scraper. But then, hey, afternoon highs, they warm up nicely into the mid to upper 40s for us. Mid 50s for the coast, slightly warmer for the southwest corner of the state in the low 50s, and slightly cooler, feeling like winter in places like Pendleton with a high of about 35. All right, for New Year's Eve, that's Wednesday night into Thursday morning. You can expect those dry skies for many of the drone shows happening here across the city, and those temperatures falling back into the upper 30s as the clock strikes midnight. 7-day forecast shows the dry stretch of weather is expected to expire with the start of 2026. Thursday, a few scattered showers. They start to creep their way back in, and that moisture warming temperatures back up above the average of 46 for this time of year into the low 50s as this weekend, the first weekend of the new year, starts to dry us out as we move our way into early next week. Unfortunately, a lot of folks heading back to work, to school. This is always that week where you kind of sit and you're like, what day is it? What time? Where am I? So we get back to reality next week and the weather stays normal.
You said next week, not just yet though.
I know.
Thanks, Josh.
We'll be right back.